What's up, guys? It's been a couple weeks since I posted my last video. So this is gonna be an update. Everything's kind of been happening. So last video said we started the bulk, or we're on the bulk, and we said the goal was a 180, which was a little ambitious on my part, especially for the timeline that I gave myself, which we would have had to gain uh, 35 pounds in like 3 months. So very ambitious, but bulk is over. I ended up getting to 167, so that was a 22 pound um, adage. Now, not all of it was muscle, obviously. Um, when I did my scan, I think the scanner I used, it had to be off on um, some pounds, so it was a little weird, but I was around 20% body fat. That was 2 weeks ago. I won't take another one until the end of the cut, which I'm giving myself till December. So 167. I'm going down to 150 probably, maybe 145, just depending on how I feel. But as of right now, I mean, I'm already down 7 pounds on one. I did a weigh-in yesterday, and I was 160 even. So this is my third week. So good progress. Most of it is probably like a little water gone and everything, but I feel good. I mean, calories dropped from, it was I think 3,300. I am eating 1,900. Kind of the app I'm using is MacroFactor. Not affiliated with them or anything like that, but I like them. You can do barcode scanning, AI, whatever. But the AI is one of the tricky things where it's like, does it work? Does it not work? But I would say just keep an eye on it. When I use AI, I typically go a little bit more, just to factor in that it's AI. Yeah, so today's arms. I already did one bicep thing, and now we're on to a tricep, easy bar, skull crushers. So let's get 10. Okay, we got 12, which is good. So yeah, I mean, cut it started. So take a rest and then go back to the next step. So this video again is just kind of update y'all on everything that's happened versus what I'm doing, and part of that is just setting goals. Um, I'm a father, I'm a husband, so my goals look differently than other people my age. I'm only 24. I used to be a dad of 2, which is insane, but I wouldn't want any other way. So kind of where I lie is like everyone my age. I mean, only the advice you hear is, grind in your 20s, be alone, whatever, and then try to achieve as much money as possible to get to the places, make all these sacrifices. That kind of looks different when you are the provider for your family and you have 2 kids and a wife that are kind of counting on you. So it's a little bit different for me. One of the big things I see on Instagram, especially being in the position I'm in, is we all have the same 24 hours. And I kind of used to say the same thing. We all have 24 hours, but which is true, but it just depends on how you use them. If you are effective or put all your intent, all your will, and everything into just 1 hour, so then you have 23 hours left in the day, I believe you'll make more progress than those who have no responsibility, who go to the gym but don't lift with intent, don't lift with a certain intensity in order to make that progress. So it's just one of those things where you just got to be wary of. You got to be willing to just give it your all, even when you don't feel like it. There's days when I come to the gym where I wanted to record, but I'm like, I don't really care. I'm tired. Life is want to be is at the gym, but it's putting that intensity forward and everything like that. But hopefully I can kind of get out of my shell now. I was very tired on the bulk. I mean, I was eating so much food, guys. But let's do this set. This one's going to failure, so. I need to go up in weight loss next time. The most I've done on Skull Crushers is 50. So I mean, even though I'm on my cut, less energy, I'm pushing 60. So definitely need to go up next time. But yeah, on to the next exercise is incline curls, but just focusing on the bottom of the rep range. Yeah, 12 to 15. I think that's 15. On here, the instructions are just to go a little bit lighter and just focus on that squeeze. I kind of feel like I need a wider pad for like shoulder squeezing between the pads, but anyways, that'll work with what you got. But yeah, so cut it started. It's going good so far, but going till December for the cut. That's when the cut is stopping, and I'll probably maintain like December 1st till December 31st, just kind of maintain the level of intensity that I'm doing right now, or that I can do at the end of the end of the cut. You kind of just be in maintenance mode. Then January 1st, I'm gonna start the bulk again. I'm gonna bulk all the way until June. I think the lesson that I learned from this past bulk is, timing matters. Trying to fit 35 pounds in about a 2.5 to 3 month period, not good. I mean, that's huge shock to your system. And I found myself eating more fat than like protein, because it's like I'm so far behind in calories, which is why my body fat got up to 20%. My goal with this, since I'm doing about 30 minutes of cardio every single day, is to maybe get down to 12, maybe 10 if I can. Yeah, so cut until December 1st, maintain from December 1st to December 31st, begin the bulk January 1st until June. When June hits, then I'm going to go on my cut again all the way till December. And then hopefully in that time range there's like an amateur show that I can do and compete in. It's still the goal for this coming year. So I'm excited for that. And then after that, I don't know, maybe I get my focus back towards boxing, which is something that I really love, which the fights that happened this past weekend, I wasn't really thrilled by any of them except for the Dillian White and Moses. I can't say his last name. I don't know who to say it. But, good fight. Moses won, which I kind of expected. I just didn't think it was going to be that soon, that fast. I thought Dillian White was going to have more of a chance, But we'll see. Anyways, let's go to the next set. Might took some rest, so let's do this next set. It's only 2 sets, so make this one as tense as possible. that burns. Ooh, 15 reps, but man, that hurt. Oh, I think the most progress I had on the bolt, obviously I got sizes pretty much everywhere. I think my legs got a tad bigger, a little bit on the quads. I think mainly my hamstrings grew a lot from it. And even though I'm like 70s on the cut, I'm trying to see like where the hamstring separates, from the bone, which is something I've always wanted. So it's cool being able to see that. Um, and then I got compliments a lot on my shoulders, saying they look bigger, they look a little bit broader, which is always good. And bodybuilding, you want to have kind of that X frame and everything like that. So I'm excited for that. Yeah. Right now, 20% off. Use code Jimmy Johns, GYMMYJOHNS at Raw Nutrition. You can save 20% right now on protein, which is a good deal. So use it, guys. Supports me, supports the channel. Gets me one step closer to becoming an athlete for Raw Nutrition, which would be crazy. Work with C-Bum. That's insane. Anyways, on to the next. All right, now on to tricep pushdowns, about 12 to 15 reps. So we're gonna see what we can do. Yeah, let's get to it. Again, being a 12 to 15 rep range. I think for my triceps, used to be one of my best like body parts and everything. I can tell they haven't been as defined as usual how they used to be when I was very lean, which is something I am, like I said, trying to chase, getting between the 10 to 12% body fat. That probably won't happen until about the ending of the cut. So we're probably looking around November, last probably week of November, hopefully. Um, right now, like I said, I'm doing about 30 minutes of cardio every single day. So we're gonna probably bump that up to an hour of cardio. We're still getting around 10,000 steps. One thing I saw is that you had to get at least 5,000 steps during your cardio routine that don't count towards your 10K. So anywhere from about 15 to 20,000 steps is probably what the goal is probably going to be. Like I said, right now we're just averaging 10. So hopefully gonna up that sooner. Okay, on to the next. This year, but next year I'm probably gonna hire a posing coach. I think it's kind of one of the biggest areas I can focus on or improve on, just to make sure that I'm in a good position to show the most that I can when it comes to muscle. I know I think is a big portion of it, but being able to set myself in the correct angles and everything like that is just gonna kind of give me a better chance. Yeah, I'm excited to see this upcoming year to see how much muscle I can put on and also retain during the next cut. I think doing it for 6 months of bulk, 6 months of a cut is probably a little bit safer way, but also a more effective way because it's going to be putting on everything at a steady rate instead of like a huge surplus right off the bat and then a huge decrease right off the bat, which might be good from like a short time period and everything like that, but hopefully when we get along, it'll just make everything flow a little bit better, which is always the goal. So on to the lesson. Alright, that is all for like I said, I did a set before the skull crushers of Easy Bar cable curls. I just didn't record that. Yeah, man, that is all. Uh, hope you all enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and like I said, use code Jimmy Johns on nutrition in order to save you some money. Supports me, supports the channel, and kind of supports where I want to get. Thank you all.